for national anthems. Cup opener in a good form. Morocco unbeaten in 5 games going into the first game. Meanwhile, Croatia just lost once in their last 16 games. As the Morocco players take part in their national anthem. Very well in qualifiers did Morocco. It is 6 out of 6 in their group, then going through to the playoffs and getting past DR Congo to secure their spot here. And they'll be hopeful of ending a 24-year wait for a win in the group stages of the World Cup. Manager Walid Regragui came into the side about 3 months ago, and the first thing he'd done was bring back Chelsea's Hakim Ziyech, who came out of retirement for this competition. Talent wasted in England. Done so well in the Netherlands with Ajax. Done well for his country on the big stage. He'll be hoping a bit of a redemption this winter. And now Croatia with their national anthem. In goal for Morocco, we've got Bunu, a defence of Hakimi, Agard, Saiss and Mazraoui. In the midfield we've got Unahi, Ambarat, and then just behind the striker we have Ziyech, Amala and Boufal, with En-Nesyri leading the line for Morocco. As for Croatia, in goal we got Livakovic, a defence of Souza, Gvardiol, Lovren and Juranovic. A midfield 3 of Kovacic, Brozovic and Luka Modric, Ballon d'Or winner, Golden Ball winner at the 2018 World Cup when Croatia lost in the final to France. And a front 3 of Perisic, Kramaric and Vlasic. Kick-off imminent here in Qatar as both sides open their World Cup campaign. First World Cup meeting between the sides and only their second in history in all competitions. Croatia will look to go one step further than last time, 4 years ago in Russia. Got a squad brimming with youth and experience. Got youngsters, veterans, everything Croatia. Really strong side, and Zlatko Dalic will be hopeful that the form that they bring into this World Cup will put them in the right direction. But now just minutes away from the Group F opener, with Belgium and Canada set to go head to head tonight. The other two sides in the group. As captains Modric and Saiss meet in the middle with the referees. Referee Fernando Rapellini from Argentina. It's a big one. They'll be deciding now who takes a kick-off. Anything else has to be settled between the players and the referee early on. Croatia midfield, really strong. Kovacic averaged just over 7 progressive passes, which puts him in the top 1% of all midfielders in the top 5 leagues in Europe for his passing stats. And it will be Morocco to kick us off here at the Bayt Stadium. Ranking of 22 in the world for Morocco, 12 for Croatia. Stadium with its retractable roof. However, not sure we'll be expecting any rain today. Imminent here to kick off as our Nesri and Naziri stands in the middle over the ball. And we're off. Here's Ambarat, passes left back towards Missouri. And he goes back. Ergaard kicks away, looking for Naziri up top, headed back into the Morocco half by Lovren, and then Naziri comes to meet that, which is also headed back towards Croatia. A bit of hot potato going on in the middle of the park with the ball there. As Lovren finds Gvardiol, super talent from Leipzig. A lot of people rate him very highly. It shows why Chelsea, Real Madrid all interested in the youngster. Here he is now as he passes to Sousa at left back. Also plays in the Bundesliga with Stuttgart. Gvardiol with the ball again. Now finds veteran defender Lovren, former Liverpool defender. Now playing his football in Russia with Zenit. Here's Gvardiol. Now Sousa looks to find Vlasic. End-to-end start here. Both sides seeing the ball in the opening couple of minutes. As now Ergaard sends the ball long. Lovren heads away, and here's Modric on the ball now, just in the middle of the park, and he passes to Brozovic, who's sitting just in front of the defence. Modric again. Now Vlasic. To Juranovic. Oh, Modric. Bundled over. Bit of a late one from Buffal. There is Modric now, goes right wing towards Vlasic. He comes back. There's a good tackle from Amala for Morocco. Pressing well early on. Here's Gvardiol, now Modric, who's going to definitely see a lot of ball. Controlling the midfield. And Vlasic sends one in for Croatia, and Bunu's going to get there calm and collectively and rolls the ball out towards Ambarat, who passes the ball straight out of play, and Croatia have got a throw in here just on the right wing on the far side. And here's Modric. Really good footwork from Vlasic, intercepted, tackled by Ambarat. It goes back now to Ergaard. Roman Saiss as well, alongside Ergaard, former Wolves defender, now playing in Turkey with Besiktas. Here's Hakimi, does really well, but that's a great tackle from Sousa. And here come Croatia on the counter-attack. Kramaric to Kovacic now. Now Lovren. Gvardiol's going to go back on himself and find Mateo Kovacic. Ivan Perisic coming back to help there. He'll be up and down that left-hand flank with electric pace. Done so well in that Russia World Cup 4 years ago, alongside every other Croatian player. Vlasic throws back towards Lovren. It's Brozovic. Gvardiol sends a left-footed ball left wing towards Perisic, who controls really well. And here is Perisic being pressured by Achraf Hakimi of PSG. And Perisic passes the ball out of play under pressure from Hakimi. Hakimi throws back into play. And dispossessed, and Kramaric nearly got through there. But it's great defending from the captain Saiss. But Unahi gave the ball away so cheaply there, and it all happened so quickly. As Kovacic just slotted the ball through to Kramaric, who got onto the end of it nearly, but Saiss done really well to kick that one out of play, and it's going to be an early corner ball here for Croatia. Kovacic and Modric over the ball. As the referee just tells the players in the box, no pushing, shoving. Modric is going to cross it. It's towards Gvardiol, headed into the box, and it's away. Saiss tries to defend and get it away, but it's still in this Morocco box. Here's Modric on the edge of the box. Passes back towards Brozovic, who's going to go back to Gvardiol now. And they can relax. Bit of scrappy one there in the Morocco box. Ball was bouncing around. Nobody could get hold of it, but here we are with Modric now, just sitting in between the two central defenders of Croatia, pinging the ball left, right, doing what he does best. Souza, now Gvardiol, now Modric. Kovacic, now Modric again. Morocco just standing off a little here while Croatia pass the ball between themselves. Perisic with a loose touch, and here come Morocco. Unahi still with the ball. Kovacic ends up winning it, and he dribbles past one, and Ambarat comes flying in and wins the ball. And now a counter could be on here for Morocco. Ziyech switches play towards Saiss. Now Buffal. Left wing, Sofiane Buffal on the ball now. Here's Mesrawal into the box. Amala, oh, good tackle. Good tackle there by Gvardiol in the end, but Amala ended up drifting into the box there, and here come Croatia on the counter now with Vlasic right wing. Goes back to Modric. Here's Souza. Now Lovren. No press from Morocco yet. Happy to let Croatia control tempo of the play with that ball. There's a bit of a 50-50 tackle went on there between Brozovic and Amala. I think Amala came out a bit worse off than Brozovic did. He won himself a free kick. Left backman with Mazraoui now. Doing well with Bayern Munich now in the Bundesliga after joining from Ajax. Here's Ambarat. Now our God. Unahi, Hakimi, now Ziyech is going to get onto that famous left foot, wand of a left foot, but his pass there dispossessed by Juranovic. Goes back towards Lovren, who's going to be a bit under pressure here from En-Nesyri. Now Gvardiol under pressure from Ziyech, and Ziyech goes in late there. And it's going to be a foul on the 20-year-old defender. Clattered into him there, Ziyech. Shows he's hungry for it. Here's Modric. Passes left towards Lovren. Now Gvardiol. Croatia progressing the ball up the field just a little more now as they now go back to Lovren. Now Modric looks to send a ball over the top, looking for Kramaric, who touches down in the box, and now our guard done well to defend it, as Vlasic was chasing it down. However, I think it will be a goal kick. Last touch off of Vlasic, and Romain Saiss left it well, and Bounou's going to take the goal kick for Morocco. Thought about going short to his two central defenders who were in the box with him, but decided to go long. Here's Ambarat, heads towards Boufal, who looks to knock it on, but in the end goes straight through to the goalkeeper Lavakovic. Now Lovren for Croatia. Left to Gvardiol. We know Zlatko Dalic's side like to see a lot of the ball, and that's exactly what they've done in the opening 10 minutes here in Qatar. Morocco barely seen the ball at all. All Croatia. Gvardiol. Now Souza. Gvardiol now. Souza again left back, just in line with the halfway line now, and Kovacic under pressure a bit by Ziyech, his Chelsea teammate. And now he loses the ball. Here is Ziyech. Looks to find En-Nesyri, but Gvardiol sticks to his foot out, and he goes out for a throw in here on the near side. Kovacic done well to pressure Hakimi and Co too. Nahi now back to our guard. Now Saiss. Morocco now seeing a little of the ball for the first time really. They pass between themselves. Here's our guard. Now with Nahi. And Saiss looks for a long pass, instead goes short. To Boufal. And that's a lovely ball by Mazraoui. Looks for Ziyech, right wing, who's going to not be able to keep that in play as the linesman flags up the ball crossing the line. Party-like atmosphere here in the Bayt Stadium as Morocco fans singing, dancing. Here's our God. Amala. Hakimi. Have to see Morocco taking a bit of control now. As Saiss sends a ball long towards the left wing, and here is Boufal, going to look to beat Juranovic. Comes in onto his right, really good from a former Southampton winger, crosses towards the back post, Hakimi heads in. It's going to come to... Oh, it's a brilliant tackle in the end. As Ziyech came in from the right, and here's Hakimi now. Sends one into the box, it's deflected in, a good save from Livakovic. Could have been dangerous there. Deflection there, could have sent that into the back of the net for sure. Now Croatia with the ball in possession straight after Morocco see their first attack of the game, but I think that will be how it goes. Different stages of each side keeping the ball, and here's Gvardiol now. Looks to send a ball long across the floor. Modric going to chase that one down. And Argard takes the ball with him out of play, and Perisic going to throw back into play for Croatia. Little 1-2 there with Modric, and here is Modric. Into the box he goes. Lovely ball with the outside of his foot towards the back post, but Mazraoui's going to beat Vlasic to it. Croatia throwing now, just around on the halfway line, but Modric done ever so well there to get past Ambarat and send the ball into the box. Just a shame no teammates were really there. Zoranovic tries a long ball towards Perisic on the other side of the field, and Ziyech tries the same. All the way through to Lovakovic, who quickly passes it on, and here's Gvardiol for Croatia. Now Sosa. Here's Lovren. Now Gvardiol. Brozovic. Back to Gvardiol. The ball just being played around the Croatia defence once again. Lovren towards Duranovic, who looks for Modric. Lovely little dummy, and Kramaric chases down, but it's out for a throw-in. Ball back in play now with Lovren, and he passes left towards Gvardiol. Now Modric finds himself with the ball right wing, sends it even further down the line towards Duranovic, and that's cut out. And now Morocco can break. Saiss gives the ball away in a very dangerous position, and Perisic goes for goal! And it's over, but it was a great idea from the Tottenham player, but the ball was given away ever so cheaply. And Perisic seen the goalkeeper off his line and went for goal, and it really wasn't far off at all. It's a great effort from the 33-year-old. There's a goal kick sent long towards Amala. Now God comes through to get rid, and Ambarat now with the ball for Morocco. Tries to find En-Nesyri. And Ziyech, who's going to press on Lovren now, and the goalkeeper. And Lovren, under pressure, sends the ball out of play for a throw-in. Good running from En-Nesyri and Ziyech there. First real press we've seen, the two. Here's Ziyech. Hakimi. Ziyech sends one in with his left foot, and arriving at the back post was Amala. It's a great ball from the Chelsea winger. You had Amala in there, En-Nesyri. It was En-Nesyri in the end that went for the header, but he just needed a touch. Here's Gvardiol for Croatia now, left back towards Sosa. He looks for Perisic, and Hakimi comes away with it now as he dribbles past Kovacic, and Kovacic tackles him then. Here's Unahi for Morocco. Now Buffon. He's going to try and cut onto his left foot. He does. Here's Unahi into the box for Morocco now. En-Nesyri. And it's defended well when Modric comes away with it. It's only as far as Hakimi now. Unahi. Hakimi tries to dribble past Modric, but Modric clips him, and it's going to be a free kick in a very, very dangerous position, especially when you've got a set-piece specialist like Hakim Ziyech on the team. Modric lucky to escape a yellow card there. As Hakimi, so nippy in the way he dribbles past players. And he done enough there to force Modric into the foul. Bit of a nasty one as well from Modric. No intention at all, but when you go over on somebody's ankle like that in a 50-50 challenge, I mean, there's not really much a player can do. As Hakimi and Ziyech stand over the ball. This could be huge as Morocco search for that first World Cup victory. 24 years. Is it going to be the right of Hakimi or the left of Ziyech? Because the ball is almost dead centre in line with the goal. Free kick in a very dangerous position. Probably around 20-25 yards out. As the Croatia wall is all set with Marcelo Brozovic laying down on the floor behind. The referee tells Elgard to put his hands down. Blows his whistle. And it's Ziyech who shoots, but it's into the wall. All that build-up for nothing. And Ambarat retrieves the ball, crosses in. Touched down by En-Nesyri. Loose ball and Croatia come away on a counter. Here they are now. Vlasic. Vlasic and Kramaric doing well together up there as they constantly swap between the centre forward and right wing role. Counter was nearly on there, but Sofiane Amrabat. And Mazraoui between themselves got rid of it, and it's going to be a corner ball to Croatia. Lovren, Gvardiol, Perisic, Souza all up there. It's crossed in by Modric, flicked on by Perisic. But Boufal comes back for that, met by Modric, and Modric is going to touch that down and pass it on to Brozovic. And here's Vlasic. Kramaric now does really well. Gvardiol looks to look on, and here's Kovacic. Vlasic into the box. Now Modric, right wing's going to cross this one in low and hard, and it's dealt with well as Perisic goes back towards Juranovic. Here's Brozovic now to Souza. There's Gvardiol now. 22 minutes played here at the Bayt Stadium. Still 0-0. No real clear-cut chances have came for either side. Here's Brozovic to Gvardiol. Now Lovren as Juranovic makes a dash onto the right wing from right back, and here he is on the far side now, Juranovic. Celtic right back playing in Qatar now. Here's Hakimi. Gives the ball away to Perisic, who's going to look for Kramaric infield. Vlasic too looking to get the ball, but Croatia lose it now, and it's with Mazraoui now, left back. Oh God. And now he's going to go back to our guard for Morocco. Left towards Saiss. Morocco defending well with the pressure that Croatia bring on a counter-attack, and oh God, looks to find Hakimi right back. He does. Hakimi keeps the ball in play somehow and looks to cross one. He does, but it's blocked by Souza. Morocco fans wanting a penalty for a handball, but I don't think they'll be getting one of them anytime soon. But good defending from Sousa. And it's a throw-in now for Morocco on the near side. And Hakimi, just seeing the replays now, the ball went out of play and the linesman missed that. But if Morocco did go on to score from that, then there definitely would have been a lot of controversy. And Hakimi passes back towards Ergard now. Now Ambarat. In the middle of the park, goes back towards Saiss. Now Ergard. Hakimi right back. Passes on towards Ziyech. He was pressured by Sousa, but he passes to Hakimi under pressure. And now Ambarat finds Saiss. Goes left towards Mazraoui. Crosses in. Looks for En-Nesyri. Into the box. Keeps the ball in play. And Mazraoui looks to pass it on, but the ball out for a throw-in. But he did do well to get that ball towards En-Nesyri into the box. And the big man who plays in Sevilla controlled it well, but just away from the goal. Zlavokovic going to take a free kick for Croatia. Sent forward, brilliant touchdown. The chest of Ivan Perisic. Sousa passes back to the goalkeeper. Here's Lovren for Croatia. Vidal looks for a long pass towards Perisic, who's going to win the header. Here's Kramaric. Does really well to Perisic, and Kramaric crosses in. Bunu's going to get there though. Safe hands of the Sevilla shot stopper. And he'll take that one any day of the week. But Kramaric is doing really well playing in behind the channels. He's playing left, centre, right. I mean, he's doing really well to try and confuse the Morocco defenders as he plays all across the front line. As the Croatia formation changes like the weather throughout the match. Here's Lovren. Now Gvardiol. Back to Lovren. Tries to find Jovanovic, but En-Nesyri does really well to stop the pass and run it out of play. Here's Lavakovic. Now Gvardiol. That's Croatia seeing a lot of the ball once again. Morocco had their phase earlier on. Now the ball comfortably with the Croatians. Here's Luka Modric now. They'll pass into the feet of Brozovic, who's going to look to progress it towards Vlasic. Modric. Now Kovacic. Back to Modric. Croatia being patient. Here's Kovacic, goes left back towards Gvardiol. Now Perisic. Here's Modric. As he switches the play towards Ivan Perisic. Now the ball with Kovacic. A lot in there. Kovacic crosses it towards the back post. Waiting was Andrej Kramaric. But Bunu again comes to collect and stops any danger of a Croatia goal. And Ziyech goes back towards Bunu now. Mazraoui pressured by Brozovic, and in the end wins a foul. for Morocco. Poor challenge by the Inter Milan player. Free kick taken quickly, and here's... oh god. Now Hakimi on the near side. Right back, Hakimi passes infield towards Argard, and here's Ambarat, who's pressured by Modric and fouled. Great battle in the midfield. Really is. Ambarat pulling the strings for Morocco. Likewise for Luka Modric. And Croatia. Here's Hakimi. Unahi looks to try and pass it on, but Hakimi and his blistering pace puts Sousa under pressure. And here's Perisic. Now Brozovic, and he sends one cross field towards Vlasic, who just tries to find Kramaric but can't. Juranovic works back well after losing the ball, and in the end wins Croatia a throw in as Boufal touches the ball out of play. Here's Brozovic now as we approach the half an hour mark. Still 0-0 here at the Bayt Stadium. Here's Perisic. Goes back towards Garvadal. Now Modric. Great header from Vlasic towards Kramaric on the right wing. Here's Modric. Now Lovren. Garvadal. Croatia up in the tempo a little here as they look to get the opening goal. And Garvadal's pass dispossessed, and now Morocco can break. Here's En-Nesyri. Does really well. Now Ambarat passes right towards Argard. Ambarat receives it back and looks to get the ball forward for Morocco as they want to open the scoring just as much as Croatia do, of course. And here's Ziyech now. His left-footed ball. Brilliant one into the box, but En-Nesyri can't get onto the end of it. But that's exactly what Morocco need, especially with the height and the physical presence of En-Nesyri up front for the Atlas Lions. As Ziyech fizzes one into the box, but it goes over everybody in the end and out for a goal kick. But it is better from Morocco, and they're making better decisions going forward. Here's Brozovic. Left back towards Sousa. The ball still at Brozovic's feet as he looks upfield where he can pass the ball, and Kovacic goes back towards Garvadal. Now Lovren. Juranovic. Here's Modric. Gvardiol. Now Lovren. Modric up the field towards Sousa, who's going to lose that one out to Ziyech, but Brozovic is there to come back and cut it out. Here's Sousa. Lovely touch from Modric, and he passes forward towards Kramaric, who nearly made it into the box there, but it's going to be a throw-in on the near side, left wing for Croatia. So Roman Saiz comes to clear that one away. Perisic with the ball in his hands. Throws it into play towards Kovacic, and Sousa does really well. Here's Brozovic now. Modric to Garvadal. And En-Nesyri touches on to Amala, but it goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, Livakovic, who passes to Gvardiol. Now Juranovic. Here's Lovren. Now Brozovic. Here's Sousa, left back, just in line with the halfway line in front of the technical area. And Kovacic passes a lovely ball towards Vlasic on the right wing, who crosses it in. And it's defended well by Saiz and headed out for a throw-in by Mazraoui. Juranovic to Modric. Now Kovacic. Started excellently. Ambarat comes away with the ball and Morocco look to break. He goes back towards Saiss. Now Mazraoui. Here's Unahi for Morocco. Hakimi now right wing. Who look to get the ball past Modric, but in turn goes back towards Argard. Now the ball at the feet of Saiss. Captain sends a ball long, crossfield, looking for Hakim Ziyech, but it's defended well by Souza and headed out of play. And Morocco can now throw the ball back into play with Hakimi, and he does so to Anar. He looks for the return, Hakimi does, but Brozovic is there to cut out the play, as he does. The anchor in the midfield. Ball back in play now. It's both sides. Search for an opening. Souza throws in. Headed on by Perisic, but only as far as Argard. And here's Saiss now with Mazraoui. He'll pass back to Saiss. As again, it's Morocco's turn to have the bulk of the possession for a few minutes, but here they are dispossessed by Croatia, but the referee sees a foul. There's a free kick for Morocco, which Ziyech takes quickly. Now Saiss to Sofiane Boufal, who'll look for the run of Amala, but in the end goes back towards Mazraoui. Now Saiss. Ambarat. Little give and go with Argard. Argard doesn't return the favour, but here's Amala now. As well, but intercepted by Brozovic. And here comes Brozovic looking for the run of Vlasic, who now has the ball right wing, but he didn't know too much about that, where the pass was coming from. And Vlasic looks to get past Mazraoui, pressured by Mazraoui and Boufal. And now Morocco have the ball again. Vlasic bundles over. Amala. And it's a foul. And a free kick for Morocco. Here's Hakimi right back. Now Argard. Lovren tracks the run, but not needed in the end, and the ball now at the feet of Argard for Morocco. Now Hakimi. Tackled by Kovacic, but the ball back with the Morocco defender, and Saiss sends it long towards Amala. And now Croatia win the ball and can try counter-attack, but Ambarat fouls Brozovic. Here's Brozovic, takes the free kick quickly, receives the ball from Modric, and now Sofiane Boufal has the ball for Morocco. He's going to look to find Hakimi running down the wing, but Souza will get ahead of him, but Hakimi pressures him, and the ball's still in place. Souza had no clue where that was, but Kovacic comes back to defend really well. And Garvadal gets the ball clear, and here's Brozovic now for Croatia, goes wide towards Juranovic, who's going to run up that right hand side. Cuts back now and goes to Modric, but he's going to look to return the favour. Modric dribbles past one, finds the return ball to Juranovic, and Morocco and Amala tackle the ball out of play, and it's a throw in for Croatia on the far side. Cladding line. That's going to be a throw in to Morocco, not Croatia. Okay. Ball in the hands of Hussein Mazraoui. Taking his time to throw this into play. He does eventually, looks for Boufal. The ball with Boufal now, tackled well by Brozovic, and it's out for a throw-in on the far side. Mazraoui's going to come forth to take it once again. Here's Unahi. Finds Hakimi, who lets the ball run for Hakim Ziyech, who's going to look for the ball of Unahi into the box. Back to Ziyech, and Modric is there to step in and clear the ball away, but Modric loses it to Hakimi, but then wins it back again. It's brilliant defending from Modric. However, the referee here sees a foul from Modric once again. Tugs on his shirt, yep. Decision from the referee, I didn't see it at first. But Modric, again guilty of a foul. Got to be his third of the match. And Ziyech, perfect angle for Ziyech to send the ball in with that wonderful left foot he has. And he can really cause some trouble if he gets the right ball here. As the Morocco fans look on. And they can be happy with what they've seen so far from their side. Fought well in this first half. And is it going to be the right of Hakimi or the left of Ziyech this time? Was the left of Ziyech last time? Likely the same today again now. As Ziyech sends it in, headed away by Brozovic, and here is Brozovic once again as he receives the ball from Modric, and good pressure from Ziyech, and that'll be a throw-in for Croatia. Ziyech wants a foul after Brozovic pushed the back of him, but rather soft, and that'll be a throw-in to Souza. But the ball in his hand, still not taken, as the referee goes over to Nikola Vlasic, who's on the floor, and the referee calls for the medical team. Vlasic on loan at Torino in Italy, player who contracted at West Ham, never really broke into the squad last season when he joined. They're now playing in Italy and got 4 goals this season for Torino. There's a Croatian medics just to go and check on Vlasic to see what the issue is, and with teams allowed 5 substitutes, I don't think they'll be wanting to take any risks, and will likely bring off Vlasic. I'm not sure yet what the outcome will be, but the referee's indicating them that he must leave the field right now. I think if he's going to stay on, he'll get treated on the sideline. As Vlasic gets a bottle of water squirted onto his left knee. Slight stoppage in play, so we'll likely see quite a few minutes of injury time at the end of this first half, which is about 2.5 minutes until we find out what that time will be. There's been a lot of added time so far in this year's World Cup, but it's not for no reason. With the new technology that the ball has, it calculates the amount of time that the ball leaves the field. And in the end, the time added on at the end of a half. It's Saiss now, goes left back towards Mazraoui. Goes back to Saiss, who's going to look to switch the play. See, it's there, headed away by Souza. Only as far as our guard now. Hakimi. Here's Ziyech. Lovely ball to Unahi, who's going to be defended well by Gvardiol. Gvardiol does really well there to get across Unahi and see the ball out of play for a goal kick. Lavakovic takes it quickly to Gvardiol. Now sends it forward towards Kovacic, who heads it on. Abunu with the ball in the Morocco goal, sends one on with his left foot towards En-Nesyri. Now Mazraoui towards Boufal, who's going to look to beat Juranovic. He doesn't and fouls Juranovic. Modric get this back underway. Here's Kovacic now. Brozovic. Looks for Juranovic, and now Brozovic receives the ball back and he passes sideways towards Gvardiol. Now Juranovic looks for the run, the forward run of Kramaric, but Bunu comes out to clear that one away and in turn nearly took out Kramaric. Here's Perisic to Sousa, who's going to cross that in, and it's a great save by Bunu. It's a brilliant save as Vlasic arrived late into the box and Bunu makes the save, and that's the first real chance we've had of nearly seeing the game with its first goal. But here's Sousa. It's a lovely ball by Sousa as well, just then into the box, hard and low, the best way. Here's Modric. 2 minutes added on at the end of the first half here. To be honest, the ball hasn't gone out too much as there's been a lot of possession between the two sides. Kramaric went for the ball there when the ball was lofted over the top, and Bunu did clatter him completely, but Vlasic so nearly opened the scoring there. It's a wonderful save by the Sevilla goalkeeper. It's the closest we've came so far. Here's Modric for Croatia. Lovely touch by Perisic, and Modric with his first time touch back, but intercepted by our guard. And now back with Bunu, who sends it long towards En-Nesyri, headed away by Lovren towards the right back Juranovic, who's going to get hold of this one and pass it back to Vlasic. Here's Kramaric now. Ball with Brozovic, who switches the ball with his right foot towards Perisic on the left wing, who's now going to take a throw in for Croatia. Throws into the box. Headed away, only as far as Vlasic, who shoots. It's a great tackle by Argon, and the ball comes to Modric on the edge of the box, who skies his effort. But that was a moment of madness there. Vlasic came in and nearly, if he got contact with that, that's a fantastic block by Argon, but so nearly Vlasic was coming in to smash that one home, and then Modric had a weak foot effort just go over the bar, but it was always rising, and it was one of them where the trajectory of the ball just went up. And that will be that, the last play of the half, and it's half-time here at the Bayt Stadium in this unofficial commentary of a World Cup game between Morocco and Croatia. 0-0 as it stands at half-time. We've seen some good football. We've had a couple of chances. The best ones coming towards the end of the first half there with Nikola Vlasic for Croatia. But that'll be that at half time, and we'll be back with commentary of the second half after the break. And that's all from me so far. Carl Curran on this Flash Score commentary. Second half just around the corner here in this unofficial commentary of the 2022 Qatar World Cup between Morocco and Croatia. 0-0 in the first half. A game where not really much happened apart from a couple of late chances in the end, and one substitution for Croatia at half time coming into the second half as Nikola Vlasic is replaced after he picked up a bit of a knock in the first half. He's replaced by Mario Pasalic, product of Chelsea. At one point, seen a lot of loans as Pasalic. Played in Italy for a couple of seasons now. As Croatia get us underway for this second half. Not yet, there's the referee and the fourth official, just something here. They're waiting for the manager, I think, of Morocco, Walid Regragui, who's clearly not happy about something on the touchline, but he came out to the second half late. Here's what they were waiting for. Here is Ambarat now, coming to the field late. His shorts are rolled up to his thighs. Maybe he's just been to the toilet. As Jason Puncheon once did for Crystal Palace in a match against Southampton, if I remember correctly. The game is underway there. The second half kicked off by Kramaric and Croatia, and the ball finds itself with Gvardiol early on here. Now Lovren for Croatia, passes back to Gvardiol. Here's Gvardiol, now back to Lavikovic, who's going to pass it on towards Lovren. Now Kovacic into the feet of Lovren, who will turn and look to pass the ball towards the right hand side of the field. Still with the ball, chased by En-Nesyri. Really good defensive play from En-Nesyri, and he tracked down Lovren there and slid in for a challenge, sending the ball out of play. Just what you'd like to see from a striker. As Juranovic now has a throw in for Croatia, as he drives the ball on his jersey. Throws long, really long throw that is, headed on by Kramaric, but now the ball with Hakimi and Ziyech. Now to Anahi. Does well, but Kovacic there to stop him in his tracks, and Brozovic towards Pasalic. Now Kovacic to Modric. Short pass towards Souza, who receives it back off Brozovic. Now the ball finds itself with Gvardiol. Now Brozovic back to the goalkeeper. Again, Croatia seeing a lot of the ball early on in the half. Here's Perisic tackled. Throw in by the Tottenham winger, and he looks for Kramaric, but blocked out of play by Hakimi. Morocco fans in fine voice here at the Bayt Stadium. Here's Gvardiol. Sends a ball over the top towards Pasalic, who controls it well. Kramaric into the box. Now Perisic. Pasalic wins it back. Passes it back towards Souza, who's going to cross that with his left boot. And our guard meets it, but the referee blows his whistle as an offside. It's flagged by the linesman. Wrongly so. The replays show that Pasalic was well onside as that ball comes forward. We've already seen a few controversial decisions this winter's tournament. That was certainly one if that led to a goal and was ruled out, because... But then again, VAR would have intervened and probably changed it. Here's Boufal for Morocco on the left wing, into the feet of En-Nesyri. Now Boufal. Amala up there too. Tackled by Juranovic, the Celtic fullback. Mazraoui looked for Boufal left wing. Going to be a goal kick now to Croatia as Boufal and Juranovic battled for the ball on the goal line there. Lavikovic takes it quickly. Short ball towards Brozovic, who sends it out left towards the left back Souza. Now back to Gvardiol. Ambarat fouled Kovacic. Another foul by Ambarat. Had a few. Then again, he's also got 9 yellow cards in his 19 matches in the Serie A this season. So we can likely expect him to pick up a booking today. There's Gvardiol into the feet of Kovacic. Now Kramaric loses out towards Ziyech, and now Ziyech wins it back, and he's going to look towards to find En-Nesyri, and Gvardiol tackles really well, and the ball goes back to the goalkeeper, who sends it towards Kovacic in the midfield. Really nice challenge from the Leipzig centre half, Gvardiol. Here's Modric. Lovely dinking pass, trying to find Kovacic, but Ambarat dispossesses, and here's Ziyech into the feet of Boufal, who's going to look to drive. He shoots, Boufal, it's blocked, but Mazraoui's arriving at the back post, and it's a good save from the header from Mazraoui. But it's a really nice save from Lavikovic, because that could have been dangerous, and Mazraoui now down on the floor, off the pitch, so there's nothing the referee or anybody can do about it, and here's Kramaric. Now Lovren switches play towards Perisic, who's going to control nicely. Now Souza into the feet of Kovacic in midfield. Now Modric. Modric curls a ball to the right wing towards Juranovic, who's into the box. He's going to cross this one. Kramaric is there, and it goes out for a corner ball. Good defending from Achraf Hakimi there at right back to head the ball out of play. And now Croatia will have a corner. Corner ball incoming now for Croatia. So referee just having a word again with the players in the box, as there's a bit of pushing and shoving, tugging going on, all that kind of thing. The corner crossed in, headed on over everyone. Lovren's going to get there, shoots, blocked by Ambarat, and it's away by Hakimi. Header was knocked on by, I think, Kramaric. And in the end, the play is now stopped as Gvardiol and I think Bounou, the goalkeeper of Morocco, have had a bit of a clash there. And Bounou's on the floor holding his head. Gvardiol back up on his feet holding his head, and he's got a mask on already to protect his nose. So hopefully nothing too serious there. But I think as Gvardiol fell to the ground, Bounou also fell to the ground. They had just clashed, 3 players clashed in the end there, as Croatia nearly took the lead. Lovren came in and Ambarat stuck his foot out to stop that, but I'm sure there'll be a quick stoppage in play now just to make sure both players are alright. Bounou's back up on his feet, which is always good news, but Mazraoui still down. Maybe he's gone down again after picking up a knock just a few moments ago, after he headed the ball towards the Croatia goal, which was terrifically saved by Lavikovic. But Mazraoui now taking a brunt of it, and he looks to be in a bit of discomfort as he gets a bit of the old magic spray sprayed onto his ribs. Bit of a stoppage here, but good to see Bunu and Gvardiol back up on their feet, but now concern turns towards Mazraoui. I think it happened when he went for that header. Just fell hard on his ribs as he nearly opened the score for Morocco. That would have been a special moment. As the Atlas Lions have failed to win a World Cup game since they beat Scotland all the way back in 1998. It's been a 24-year wait. So they look to progress from the group stages for the first time since 1986. But they've not scored in 24 years at the finals. Only scored 14 World Cup goals in their history, Morocco. As Mazraoui's back up on his feet now for the Atlas Lions. Referee going to intervene with the drop ball as the play is back underway now after a couple of injuries there. But Ambarat sends one forward. Lovren goes back to the goalkeeper Lavakovic, who's going to control. Pass to Gvardiol, and Mazraoui back on the field holding the left side of his body. Lower body, maybe his rib. Lower back. I'm no doctor. Here's Brozovic now for Croatia. Gvardiol goes crunching into that challenge and in the end nearly sets up an attack for Croatia. Bunu lines up for a goal kick. Now Hakimi throws the ball back into play after Perisic headed the ball out for a throw-in. Here is Saish, who's going to head that forward. Cut out by Brozovic. Our guard heads it now. Palisic touches and passes back towards Lovren. It's Brozovic. Modric passes left. On the far side towards Perisic, who's going to be challenged by Hakimi, and Hakimi wins the ball and puts it out for a throw-in, and now Croatia have a chance to throw back into play, and Perisic does so back towards Gvardiol. Now Modric stops, looks up and tries to ping a ball, but it goes out of play, fizzed out of play. But impressed with Naya Falgaard from Morocco at centre-half, who'd been signed for West Ham in the summer, nicknamed Airline Ergaard for his presence in the air after his time in France. But he battled a bit of an injury at the start of his West Ham career, but now he's back to full fitness and finds himself headlining this back line alongside Roman Saiss. Here's Ambarat. Now Amala, tackled by Perisic. Here's Brozovic, back to Perisic, and Hakim Ziyech comes back well to defend and in the end kicks the ball out of play. And here's Gvardiol now for Croatia. Going to look for a ball left, but it's into the feet of Hakimi. Now Ambarat goes back to his goalkeeper Bunu, who sends one long, looking for Amala. It's going to be a Morocco throw-in on the near side. The left back Mazraoui will take. I'm not sure whether Mazraoui can continue though, as he has a word with Roman Saiz quickly, but he looks in a bit of discomfort, does Mazraoui, and it'll be a disappointment for the Bayern Munich star as he goes down now onto the floor. 24-year-old with 3 assists in his first season in Bundesliga, but when he nearly opened the scoring for Morocco just after the break, he may have ruined the rest of his match as he holds his ribs once again. I don't think he's going to be able to continue as the FIFA medical team bring out a stretcher onto the field. It looks like he'll be replaced by number 22, Ahmed Reda Tagnatuti. Tagnauti will come on to replace him as Mazraoui's game is finished after the hour. Not replaced by Tagnauti, who was also getting ready to come on, but in the end replaced by Atiyah Allah. Yahya Atiyah Allah replaces him at left back and will take the throw in to start his game off. Here's Juranovic at right back, who goes infield to Gvardiol now. Turns and looks for the ball. Finds Lovren. Modric comes close to try and receive that, but in the end Lovren's pass is cut out by Boufal and it goes out for a throw-in. Throw-in by Juranovic, and the linesman tells him to, fourth official tells him to stop and go no forward, Juranovic. Lovren, Gvardiol. Here's Lovren, back to the keeper Lavakovic now. Quick ball towards Gvardiol, and now Croatia can look to try and break down this Morocco side with only half an hour to go. It would be disappointing to see a third 0-0 draw though in 2 days in the World Cup. I mean, there's goals in this game, there really is, and Lovren sends the ball forward looking for Kramaric, and goalkeeper Bunu comes to collect and quickly offloads it towards Ambarat, who's going to pass towards Amala. Now Atiyah Allah. Here's Ergard. Goes towards the right back, Hakimi. Now Ziyech looks for the return. Hakimi gets it. He'll fly down this right hand side now as Achraf Hakimi runs down the right wing. Crosses in. And it goes over everybody towards the back stick. And now here's Atiyah Allah, who's going to cross the ball in. He does. Headed away. And Nesri nearly got a touch on it. So did Amala. And it's in the end saved by Livakovic, but a lot of pressure on there from Morocco. Hakimi done ever so well to return a 1-2 pass from Ziyech and run down that right hand side and get a ball in, but in the end Morocco have come the closest to scoring so far in this game. At the end of the first half, nearly, and now at the start of the second half, and now just after the hour mark, Morocco nearly take the lead. And here's Ambarat into the feet of Sofiane Boufal, who's passed one and looks to find a ball in the middle of the field, but he gets up on his feet and offloads it to Amala. Now Ambarat for Morocco, out wide towards Ziyech, but the referee has blew his whistle. Not a foul by Modric as Amala dropped to the ground. Modric's late again. Surprising how he's not picked up a yellow card yet, Luka Modric. 4th foul. I can remember the game. It's a free kick. In a position which can cause some danger, as usually the players over it will look to cross the ball in play into the box. As again, Ziyech with the left and Hakimi with the right stand over it. The two world-class talents stand over the ball. Ziyech quickly passes right to Hakimi, who shoots, and it's a great save by Livakovic because that took a lot of people by surprise. Ziyech offloaded the free kick just short to Hakimi on the right of him, who absolutely smashed the ball towards the goal. In the end, saved well, but that was a good chance for Morocco. I mean, the ball's right at Livakovic, but it's coming with such pace that he just has to parry it away. But that would have erupted the stadium if that went in. There would have been some party if that flew into the back of net for sure. But it's a good save by Livakovic. Dinamo Zagreb goalkeeper, clean sheet against Chelsea in the Champions League this season. As Sofiane Boufal is replaced by Ezalouli. For Morocco, a second substitution for them. Here's Unahi for Morocco now. Finds itself now with Saiss, who passes into the feet of Amala. Now Modric for Croatia. Morocco seeing a lot more of the ball in this second half. They have been better in the second half as opposed to the first, and Croatia haven't seen as much as they did in the first 45 minutes, but still time for that to change. Here's Gvardiol now for Croatia. Now Souza. Back to Gvardiol. Here's Lovren. That goes left towards Gvardiol, who gives it to Perisic, who tries to go with the ball in field, but Ambarat gets there ahead of a Croatian shirt. Here's Modric does well to intervene and pass it on towards Brozovic. Now Gvardiol looks to find somebody on the wing, but deflected pass into the feet of Hakimi, and Ambarat gives that away in a very dangerous position. Here come Modric and Croatia, offloads it towards Kramaric, who's going to hold up the play and come back onto his left. A little dink into the feet of Modric, and Ambarat there to cut the play out just in the box, and now Unahi gives it away to Modric, but Modric loses it again, and the ball's back with Unahi very deep inside his own half, and he offloads a long ball into the feet of no Moroccan players, and Gvardiol passes it back to the goalkeeper. Here's Lovren for Croatia. Now Gvardiol. Kovacic. Now Pasalic for Croatia. To Kovacic once again. Kramaric, Perisic does well. Hakimi tries to tackle, and Perisic comes away with it and passes towards Lovren, who's just sitting a little deeper than the halfway line, but Gvardiol progresses towards into the Morocco half. A bit higher up this line is from Croatia this second half. Here's Gvardiol. Now Brozovic. Here's Brozovic again. Now Kovacic for Croatia. Looks to pass the ball out wide towards the left. Now the ball finds itself with Sousa. Now Perisic. Back to Kovacic, who's going to receive the ball. Now Lovren out wide to Juranovic on the right wing. Goes back to Lovren. Back to Juranovic, who will look to beat left back Atiatala. And now the ball finds itself with Perisic. Now Brozovic on it. Passes to Modric. Croatia being patient as they slowly move up the field with the ball. Here's Brozovic at halfway inside the Morocco half now. It's Modric. Passes back to Gavardiol on the halfway line now. Back to Kovacic, and here's Souza. Back to Kovacic once again. Now Brozovic to Gavardiol. Being patient and not much press from Morocco here. Not much really going on. Now Gavardiol passes. Is cut out by Amala, and the throw in through in by Kovacic. And here's Lovren for Croatia. Now Modric. He'll be the one to make something happen. If it does, here's Juranovic now for Croatia. Fouled by Amala surely. It was the linesman that put his flag up for that. And the referee in turn agreed. Says Alzuli bundled him over. There'll be a change for Croatia as Andrej Kramaric is replaced by Marko Livaja. He's got a tremendous goal scoring record this season in the Croatian First Division for Hajduk Split, scoring 11 goals and 7 assists. 19 games I think it is in the Croatian First Division, and he replaces Kramaric, who's done well, dropping deep in that false 9 kind of position that he's been playing. And now Modric will send in a free kick. It is in, and it's nearly bundled into his own net by En-Nesyri. En-Nesyri nearly turned that one home as Modric's dangerous curling ball just flicked over the bar by En-Nesyri. That would have been some goal in the wrong end. Pasalic was also arriving late to try and bundle the ball home, and Modric is standing now over the corner ball. Referee again having a word with players in the box, and here's Modric with the corner. Crossed back in, Lovren rises, and it's another corner. As Livaja went for that one, but it went over his head. The referee once again having to intervene in the box here as Ambarat, Hakimi all pushing and shoving. There's Livaja and Pasalic also in there doing the same, but Modric will take this corner ball now. Whipped in, it's a lovely ball, but Bunu rises. And we did have Gavardiol arriving late there in the box, but it's a counter on now for Morocco. And there's a Luzi cut out by Brozovic, and the ball smashed forward, and here's Modric now, controls really well with his chest and passes the ball over the top towards Livaja. Here is Modric. Back to Brozovic, now Kovacic. Back to Brozovic once again. Croatia standing and being patient, passing the ball around themselves before trying to make a trying to make a play, but it seems that Morocco look more likely on the counter than they look more likely in attack to score than Croatia do, because Croatia aren't really creating too much up front. The play's coming from the midfield and the defence, and nothing's happening in that final third. As Brozovic passes back to Gvardiol. Now Modric will look forward and find Lavaja. Now Juranovic out wide. Now Palisic on the ball in the middle of the field. Passes towards Souza. Now Perisic left wing on the far side. Will look to cross the ball, but goes back to Souza. Now Brozovic for Croatia. A long spell of play with the ball. Now for the Vetrani. As Algard battles well with Kovacic, and in the end wins his side a throw-in, which Hakimi will surely take his time with. Hasn't been the most exciting game of the tournament so far. I mean, we have had some big upsets so far. That yesterday between Saudi Arabia and Argentina was just incredible. Really was a great footballing moment. Everything about a World Cup is a huge upset like that. Really was great to see as Ambarat controls and passes forward, and Lovren too strong for En-Nesyri there. And now here comes Pasalic for Croatia. He'll look for a ball to Lavaja, who's going to control it, but good defending in the end from the Morocco defence, and oh God, sends it away. Here's Brozovic fouled. And En-Nesyri kicks the ball away. As El Azuli fouls Brozovic. And Brozovic takes a free kick towards Modric, who's going to look up again, control it and look for the pass. He does. Finds Brozovic to the short pass and receives it once again. Modric cuts back and forth, and with the outside of his right boot finds Gvardiol. Now Gvardiol can go wide left towards Souza, who's going to cross that in. Lavaja's in there, but it's over everybody. And Atia Allah, the number 25, will run down that left-hand side and look for a ball up the field, but it's cut out by Juranovic. And now Modric back to Juranovic. Here's Brozovic. Lavaja dispossessed, and Modric wins a loose ball from Unahi. Modric goes wide towards Perisic, who's going to cross that in. Tried to go hard and low, but cut out by Hakimi. Here's Perisic, looks for Modric on the overlap. Hakimi done really well. Nearly to skill past Perisic, but in the end Perisic fouls him. It's going to be a Morocco free kick taken by Naif El God. We approach 77 minutes here. Not long left. 13 minutes left of regulation time, but I'm sure there'll be some time added on at the end. It looks like another substitution coming from Morocco. Here's Brozovic. Into the feet of Juranovic, who's going to drive down that right hand side. Pressured by El Azuli. Here's Brozovic. Back towards Lovren. Ooh, Modric fouled there by Ambarat, and that will be a booking for the Moroccan midfielder. It's not the first time he's fouled today, and he does pick up that booking with a foul on Luka Modric. Cynical from Ambarat. And that'll be a booking for the Fiorentina midfielder, who knows too well about a booking with 9 and 19 in the Serie A this season. Here's Juranovic, now to Brozovic. Cut out by Saiss. Does Morocco prepare for another substitution? So too do Croatia. As Mateo Kovacic. Wonderful match from him. 95% pass completion. Distance of 8.7 kilometres covered. And he's replaced by Lovro Majer for Croatia. Third substitution for them. So they look to find a late winner. No change for Morocco just yet. As Juranovic throws his long throw into the box and it's headed away by Piala. And here's Majer. And a foul by Piala. And Amala with the handball. Now Croatia have a free kick on this near side towards where you typically find a right winger. And over it is Majer and Modric. Who will it be? The left of Majer or the right of Modric? Majer goes over it and Modric crosses it in towards the back post. Cavani heads! And it's wide. And that was a chance for the youngster to really make his mark on this World Cup. As now a double substitution for Morocco is coming. Abderrazak Hamdallah will come on to replace Youssef En-Nesyri up front. And then Unahi replaced by Sabiri. Hamdallah and Sabiri on, En-Nesyri and Unahi off for Morocco. Here's Bunu now, going to take the goal kick for Morocco. It's time on the clock, slowly but surely running out for either side to find a winner. Here's Juranovic, smashes the ball forward. Perisic wins his header. Livaja can't make anything of it, and Palisic knocks it on towards Sosa. Plays a 1-2. Sosa into the box for Croatia, and it's cleared away by Sabiri. Modric wins a header. Really is terrific, Modric at the age of 37. Covering the distance and doing what he's done today is just out of this world. Rolls Royce of a footballer. Showing why he won that golden ball back in Russia 2018. And then winning the Ballon d'Or. Not long after, and Ambarat sends a ball towards Atia Allah. Allah will now take the throw in as Sabiri tackled. Thrown by Allah towards Hamdallah, but cut out by Croatia, and Brozovic will look to clear that away, and he's pressured by Ezel Zuli, winning a goal kick. 7 minutes to play here, plus whatever's added on at the end of the second half, which I'm sure with the injuries that we've seen at the start of this half will be a good few minutes. Here's Gvardiol. Now Lovren for Croatia. Goes wide towards Juranovic. Back to Lovren now. Here's Gvardiol. Now Modric spins, looks up and passes a ball, looking for Perisic on the right wing now, but Piala cuts it out and Saiss clears away, only as far as Gvardiol now, who heads it forward, but cut out by Allah once again. Now Sabiri plays a 1-2 with Ambarat and looks for Atiya on the left back, and now goes back to Roman Saiss, and now he's in his box, passes right towards Argard, and Morocco look now like they want to push forward. Argard goes forward towards Ziyech, who turns onto his left foot now and puts a lovely ball over the top, but it's cut out by Lovren, and that nearly had Hamdallah chasing. But it's promising. The ball whipped in and Hamdallah rose, but Livakovic rose higher. Brozovic fouled, surely. No, the referee says. Ambarat passes left towards Allah. Now here comes Ezel Zuli. He's got 2 to beat and he doesn't. Perisic shoves him to the ground and Mayer clears the ball forward, looking for the run of Livajar. But nothing, and the goalkeeper comes to collect with about 5 minutes to go now here at the Bayt Stadium. Here's Saiss, goes right towards Nayef Argard, now Ambarat. Here's Saiss now, goes left towards Allah. Now back to Ambarat. Saiss and Morocco will happily see the ball at their feet now. As the time runs out, I'm sure they'd love to get a winner, but I think a draw, they'll certainly take it against this Croatia side. But now the ball put forward by Perisic. Seen Lavaja running, but it was too much on it, and in the end Bunu comes to collect for Morocco. Here's Ambarat. Turns, looks for Argard. Argard switches play towards Atiya Alaru. Touches the ball over Perisic's head and comes in field. Now passes towards Sabiri, who's going to look to find a long ball, switch the field, looking for Ziyech, but headed away by Souza. And here's Pasalic. Now Modric for Croatia, pressured by Hamdallah. Modric runs the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw into Morocco on the far side. These Moroccan fans live and breathe this side. Here's Ezel Zuli, looks to cut back and do a skill, but doesn't take the ball with him. And now Juranovic is going to be cut out by Atiya Allah, and that'll be a foul. Juranovic looked to burn down our right hand side, but Atiya Allah done a great piece of tactical defending and stopped that from happening. Ezel Zuli looked to run off with the ball there, but didn't take the ball with him. As we approach 88 minutes here at the Bayt Stadium, Morocco 0, Croatia 0 here in this Group F tie. As the group gets underway this morning, with Belgium and Canada set to play later tonight. And quite a competitive group. Canada in the second World Cup since 1986, and Belgium second in the world will look to certainly try and win this competition. They've got the talent to do it. And here's Mayer for Croatia. Now passes to Modric. Receives it back, does Mayer. Now he goes back towards Souza. Now Gavardio. Here's Lovren. Here's Modric now. Into the feet of Souza. Now Pasalic, and he's going to first time cross that ball towards Lovren across field, and now Lovren's going to send one long. Looks for Perisic. The ball's out of play. And Morocco will take their time with this throw-in as Atiat Allah waits for the ball to be thrown back to him. Left back. The atmosphere really is electric here at the stadium as Perisic is now brought off. Good performance from the Tottenham man. He's replaced by Orosic. Scored that famous hat-trick against Perisic's Tottenham a couple of seasons ago in the Europa League, I think it was. Dinamo Zagreb. Perisic still playing in Italy at that point, but nice fact to throw in there, and it's a foul by Souza. Amala. 10 seconds until we reach the 90 here. And our guard was going to take the free kick, but Bunu tells him to get forward, and Bunu will take it himself as he pushes, he gestures his hand towards the Croatia goal. Here's Ezelzouli for Morocco. Crosses the ball in. It's over everybody, and in the end, goalkeeper Lajovic saves it. Six minutes of stoppage time here. At the end of this second half, still 0-0, but there is time for some late drama. I'm sure of it. Here's Lovren. Tries to find Orosic. Pasalic chases Siberian. Here's Ambarat. Goes back towards our guard. Here's Ambarat from Morocco. Into the feet of Amala, who goes back to Saiss, who sends the ball long looking for Allah, but Lovren deals with it well. And that's Allah set to take the throw in for Morocco. Not long to go, just 4 minutes remaining of stoppage time. As Allah throws the ball into the box. Nearly headed on, but Mayer is going to get this one away. Hamdallah comes back to help. Our guard goes with a long ball for Ziyech on the right wing, who wins a throw-in. De Souza put it out of play, and Hakimi's going to take that off him and throw it in himself towards Ziyech, who's going to touch it, control it nicely, and produce some magical skill. Nearly got past him, and Ziyech fouls Modric. Late challenge. Not the first time. Clattered into Modric today. Here's Lovren for Croatia. Here's now Gvardiol into the feet of Brozovic, who lofts one towards the right wing, looking for Juranovic, but cut out well by Ezazuli. Here's Modric to the feet of Gvardiol. Now Souza. Lovely touch by Lavaja into the box now. Lavaja passes it on, but it's cleared away by Morocco. Only as far as Gvardiol, and it's getting tense now as we approach 94 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Still 0-0. Here's Mayer for Croatia. Turns. Goes back towards Lovren. Now Juranovic. Lovren doesn't go for Juranovic and finds Gvardiol. And here's Lavaja. Ambarat cuts it out, and still one more. Mayer into the box for Croatia. Keeps it in play, but the running from these Moroccan players is really good. And Atiatala sends the ball forward. Cut out by Lovren. Now Juranovic. Tackled, dispossessed, but Juranovic does well to tackle again. And here's Ezazuli now. Tries to get onto his right foot, and Lovren goes straight through him. And now Mayer is going to win a free kick for his team. From these Moroccan players is really good, and Atiatala sends the ball forward, cut out by Lovren. Now Juranovic. Tackled, dispossessed, but Juranovic does well to tackle again. And here's Ezazuli now. Tries to get onto his right foot, and Lovren goes straight through him. And now Mayer is going to win a free kick for his team, as Ezazuli pulled him down to the ground. With a minute left here at the Bayt Stadium. Here's Souza. Foul by Amala. It's going to be a free kick to Croatia in surely what will be the final attack of the game. Slovenia heads into the box, but he'll wait for Modric to swing this one in. He does. Headed away. Morocco defend it well, but it's as far as Lavaya. Sabiri tackles the ball out of play for a throw-in. And that will be that here at the Bayt Stadium. It finishes Morocco 0, Croatia 0. In an entertaining affair in the end. It was very end-to-end in the second half. Both sides seen a lot of the ball throughout.